Dear students, see last time we discussed exercise numerical of lesson number 5, that is laws of motion. Now we proceed further. See, our next is example number 5.31. Okay. Now see, a train moves on a circular path of radius 30 meter. Okay. Okay. Mass of the train is 10 to 6 kg. Okay. Speed is given as 54 kilometer per hour. Okay. What should be the angle? Okay. Now see, earlier we proved that tan theta is q square by rg. Now v is 25, r is 30, g is 9.8. Okay, so if we solve, we'll get 0.75. Okay, so and theta will get as, if you see in the natural tangent, we'll get a 37 degree. Okay, so here again, see, the centripetal force is equal to friction force, and by comparing this component of the force, we can derive the equation that we have done last time. Now see, next is exercise sum number. Now the question is that, now suppose a pit is there. Okay, see, a person try to carry this weight upwards. Mass of the person is 50 kg and the mass of the block is 25 kg. Okay. Now, what is the reaction? And in second time, he take the help of a pulley. Okay. Second time, to carry the same object. Okay, so in which case we have to see that more force to be applied. Now in first case, see, the block weight is, mass is 25 kg. Weight is mg. Now see, when the person try to take the block upward, see, we have to consider the weight of the person itself into account. In that case, the reaction will be 250 Newton. See, mass of the person is 50 kg, the force is, weight will be 50 into 10, 500 Newton. So the total reaction will be 250 plus 75 Newton. Okay. Now secondly, when he takes the help of a pulley, all of you have seen pulley, that we have seen discussed in earlier examples also. So when he take the help of the pulley, see, the weight and this tension will be in different opposite direction. So in that case, the reaction offered by the surface will be, see, the 500, there is a weight, minus, see, the weight of the block. Okay, so this is because of the action of the pulley, why these two forces become in opposite direction. So in that case, you have to apply the less force. So this is the thing about our exercise sum number 5.32. Okay, now that we have seen. Now next is exercise sum number 5.33. Now see, the question says, okay, let us say a rigid support and a rope is there. See, a monkey Okay, try to move up. Okay, see mass of the monkey is 40 kg. Okay, now see the rope can withstand maximum force of 600 Newton. Okay. Now see some of the different possibilities are given. We have to find out in which condition the rope will break. First, monkey moves upward. Okay, with acceleration of okay 6 meter per second square. Now here consider the free body diagram. See the weight of the monkey is in, let us say that T is the tension. See the monkey moves upward with acceleration of, now this is the case of a pseudo acceleration. So AP will be, okay, so the tension is mg a plus m into AP, m into g plus AP. Mass is given 40 g is, we can take easy for calculation. AP is 6. Okay. So in that case, the tension in the rope is more than maximum permissible tension. Okay. So here we can take this as a T max. So here, see when the monkey moves with the upward acceleration of 6 meter per second square, the tension in the rope is more than T max. Therefore, rope will break. Okay. Now, see the first possibility we have discussed, where what will happen in or which condition the rope will break. See first case when monkey moves with the upward acceleration of 6 meter per second square. Now we can discuss the other possible part given also. It moves down with acceleration of 4 meter per second square. Now see here the acceleration is this. Now again we consider the free body diagram. Monkey weight is mg. See here the acceleration, but see the pseudo acceleration AP also will be there in opposite direction. T is the tension. So here see mg minus MAP, mass into AP will become force, will be equal to T. So to M into G minus AP. Mass is 40, 10 minus acceleration is 4. Okay, now we can say here 240 Newton is less than, okay, maximum permissible tension. So that's why there you can slide down easily. Okay, so here T with acceleration of, okay, so he can monkey can move down safely. Third case, see the monkey moves with a constant speed of 5 meter per second. This is our third case. With constant velocity of, now see here it moves with a constant velocity, so that is nothing but zero acceleration. Okay. Okay, so again, weight is mg, a is 0. Okay, why it moves with a constant velocity? There is zero acceleration, so AP also will be 0. Okay, so what is the tension? P is equal to mg only. Why AP is 0? Okay, so here also T is less than 600 Newton. That's why, see, he can move upward on the rope with a constant velocity safely. And the fourth case is monkey as a free fall. Let us say slide with the acceleration of due to gravitational force. Okay, now here also mg okay, why? Because free falling object acceleration is equal to g, that is 9.8 meter per second square. See our pseudo acceleration. Now let us say the net weight or tension. Okay. Okay. So here T is equal to m g minus AP. AP is also 9.8. Okay. See, this is called weightlessness. Okay. See, the net tension in the rope is 0. That's why now it is like a free fall. So tension is 0. That's why it can move safely with a downward acceleration of 9.8 meter per second square. See, that is a free falling object. Okay, so this is how we can solve. See, the different possibilities are given. Okay, so first case we saw that when it has a accelerated motion, okay, then in certain case, see, when it moves upward acceleration of 6 meter per second square, the rope will break. Now see, next you have to see exercise numerical number. Now this one is very interesting. Now see, here is a system of block, okay, and two block, let us say A and B. See, A mass M1 is 5 kg, B mass M2 is 20 kg. Now they are kept in a rough surface, and see, there is a ball also. Okay. Now mu is 0.50. Now see, the question says the force of 200 Newton is applied, okay, in the right hand side as shown in the figure. What you have to find out first? Reaction of the partition B. Okay, this is a reaction of the partition. Okay, here we assume that this is a wall, so, or a partition that will exert reaction. And second case, what will be the change if there is no wall or no partition and the substance moves in the right hand side? Okay, so these are the two things we have to find out in this lesson. Now see, here we should draw the block diagram A and B. see our external force is right hand side, so we can show here 200 Newton. Now as I told earlier, see the frictional force is always in the opposite direction, that will be Fk. Now see weight of the system m1 plus m2 into g, and the reaction will be n. Okay, reaction will be, so here I have taken, see this m1g, m2g, both are in the same direction, so collectively see I have taken as a m1 plus m2g. Okay, now see the, we use Newton's second law of motion. See F is the external force, Fk is m1 plus m2 into k. Now Fk is nu k into n. Fk nu k, what is n? m1 plus m2 into g. Okay, n is nothing but m1 plus m2 into g. Okay, so nu k is 0.15, m1 is 5, 10 into g is this. Okay, so nu k is this. Now we substitute this value, F is 200 minus 0.15 into 150. Okay, or let me write 15 into 5 into 10 plus into 10 is equal to m1 plus m2 into a. Okay, so that will get us the value of the acceleration. So if I solve, see the acceleration will be equal to 11 point. Okay, we have to simplify. Okay, see 15 into 5 we can solve 200. Okay, 0.15 is 15 by 100, 15, 10. Okay, this is 225 no? Upon 10. Okay, so A value will get 200 minus. Okay, so this is nothing but common acceleration of the system. See, right now we consider the partition was there. Okay, so that's why the common acceleration of the system will be this. Now second part, see if partition is not there. Okay, if partition is not there, how do the force will change? So that is part B of the question. So if the partition is not there, see the both block will move. So in that case, we have to consider the reaction between two blocks also. Okay. Now let us say there is a reaction of block B on A. See again the situation is like this, A and B. See the reaction of block B, we have to consider FBA. Okay, FBA is the reaction of block B on A. So in that case, how the equation will change? Okay, so it will be F minus Fk will be equal to m1 plus m2 FBA. Okay, that is the reaction. Now Fk is v1 into m1 into g. (200 minus 0.15, 5, 10 is equal to 5 plus 10. See the acceleration we have obtained is 11.83. Okay. Plus FBA. Okay, so FBA will be, if I solve, will be turns out to be roughly 133 Newton. Okay, so this is a reaction of B on A. See, by Newton's third law, FAB also will be 130 Newton, but in opposite direction. Yeah. So this is how we can solve exercise number 5.34. Now see next example. Is exercise sum number 5.35. Now see, question is says that in a trolley, let us say a trolley, see a block of mass 15 kg is placed. Okay. Now see the coefficient of friction between the two block and the bottom of the trolley is 0.18. Okay. Now see, trolley initially start from rest and move with a constant acceleration of 0.5 meter per second square for 20 seconds. Okay, initially at rest, let us say we say v00. Okay, it start with a from the rest with a constant acceleration of 0.5 meter per second square and travel for 20. Okay, what do you have to find out? See, for a observer, okay, on the earth, see, let us say the trolley is moving in this direction. We can say our observer is here. Okay, is a stationary. Okay, we have to discuss the motion of the block. Now, see, the block also will move with the trolley. Okay, the block also will move with the trolley. So the force acting on the block okay, see the first part of the question. Now, see the maximum static friction. And trolley okay, that is mu s into n. Now see, n is equal to mg. Mu s is given as 0.18, mass of the trolley is 15, g is 10. Okay, so that will turn out to be 27 Newton. Okay, that is the maximum static friction force between the block and the bottom of the trolley. Okay, so now after 20 seconds, starting from the rest, the trolley start with a constant acceleration with the 20 seconds. After that, it moves with a constant velocity. That is a part of the question given. Then, so see, there will be no acceleration of the trolley in that case. So it moves with a constant acceleration, or we say the zero constant velocity or the zero acceleration. See, the person is also stationary, so he feels that the trolley is a stationary. This block inside the trolley is a stationary. So this is how we can solve exercise sum number 5.35. Now next is exercise sum number 5.36. Okay, now here also see a truck is there. Okay, now see a block of 40 kg. Is placed. See, we say the truck is open. Okay, truck is open. Okay. Now, see the coefficient of friction is 0.15. See, a truck start from rest and moves with the acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Okay, start from the rear. Okay, so we have to calculate after how much time. Why? Because see, this is truck is open from the rear part. See, we have to calculate. Why? Because the truck will move in this direction. Okay, so the block will move in opposite direction. That is a okay. Depending on the friction, we have to calculate, and we have to find out after how much time. After how much time? Okay, the block will fall from the truck, and what will be the distance covered during that? What will be the distance covered? Now see, mass of the block is 40 kg. So acceleration, force on the block. F is equal to ma. Now what is the mass? Fs max. Okay. Ms is 0.15, n is 40 into 10, n is mg. Okay, so this, if I calculate, this will be 60 meter. Okay, this is a 60 meter. So what is the net force? Okay, what is the net force? Why? Because these two forces will be in the opposite direction. Okay, these two forces. So the resultant force on block, okay, mass is 40 kg, so here is 80 meter. Okay, the resultant force acting on the, see, the frictional force always in the opposite direction of motion. So these two forces will be in opposite direction. So the net force will be 20 meter. Okay, net force will be 20 meter. So see, the acceleration produced in the block, due to know this net force, we have to calculate. Let us say is equal to F upon A dash is equal to F upon M. 20, mass is 40. Okay, see, that is the net acceleration of the block. Okay, considering the force due to the motion of the truck and the frictional force which acts always opposite direction of the motion. Okay, so this is the acceleration. We have to calculate the how much distance it will cover and after what time. Okay, see, it will fall down. Okay, now see the block, see, this distance given from the rear part is 5 meter. So to fall down, it has to travel, we can say, 5 meter distance. Yes, so what we can calculate the time required. Okay, what we can calculate the time required. Okay, now see, we have to calculate distance. Formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now S is 5, A is 1 by 2 t square. Okay, S is okay, so t square will be okay. So the value of time we obtain is 4. Okay, so in 4.47 seconds, see, the block will fall off from the truck. See, we have to calculate how much distance will truck travel during this time. See, there is a distance traveled by truck. D is equal to V0T plus half t square. Again, the truck also travels, start from the zero. Velocity, why? Because starting from rest, acceleration is 1 by 2. Acceleration of the truck is given as 2 meter per second square, and time is 4.47 whole square. Okay, so if we square this, 19.98 or 20 meters. So when the block will fall from the rear part of the truck, okay, see, during that time, once the block fell off, the distance traveled by truck will be equal to 20 meter. So this is about the exercise sum number 5.36. Okay. So today we have taken some of the exercise numerical. Okay. Now some of them are left. Okay. That will complete next time, and we'll take some MCQ also. Thank you.